Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving into one of the most talked about coins in the collector world, the 1966 no mint mark Washington quarter, and what makes some of them incredibly valuable. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have old coins lying around, this video could change your life. In 1966, America was in a bit of a coin crisis. The U.S. Mint stopped putting silver in quarters just a year earlier, and to discourage hoarding, they removed mint marks from coins between 1965 and 1967. That's why your 1966 quarter has no mint mark, whether it was made in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The 1966 quarter was made of a copper-nickel clad instead of silver. Over 821 million were minted, so it's definitely not rare in general, but here's where it gets interesting. Most 1966 quarters are worth face value. But a few rare varieties, minting errors, and ultra-high-grade coins are incredibly valuable. One recently made headlines for being valued at $1.5 million. What makes these coins stand out? Double die obverse. The letters or numbers look doubled full strike with full details, especially on George Washington's hair and the eagle feathers proof-like finish. Even though 1966 proofs were only made in special mint sets, extremely few in existence. In fact, coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC in top condition have sold for tens of thousands, and in rare instances, millions, depending on demand, rarity, and condition. Now about that $1.5 million coin. According to collectors, an ultra-rare, nearly perfect 1966 quarter with unique characteristics sold privately for that jawy high-end collector who saw it as one of a kind. A once-in-a-lifetime specimen. It's a reminder that while 99.9% of 1966 quarters may be common, the condition, error, and rarity can make one coin life-changing. So how do you know if your 1966 quarter is valuable? Here's what you do. Look for doubling, check the date, the word liberty, and in God we trust. Check the condition. No scratches, nicks, or discoloration. A shiny surface is a good sign. Use a magnifier. Check for clear detail on Washington's hair and the eagle's wings. Compare with online listings. Look up coins on PCGS.com or ngcoin.com. Get it graded. If you think you have something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for a professional evaluation. There are 3 main ways to sell your coins. Quick and local, but may offer less. Best for high-value items. Great for networking and expert opinions. Always get multiple offers and be wary of buyers who won't explain their pricing. That 1966 quarter in your drawer might just be a hidden treasure. Whether it's worth $1.5 million or $150, it's always worth taking a closer look. If you're between 30 and 70 and have inherited coins or saved old change, now's the time to dig them out, get them checked, and maybe, just maybe, hit the jackpot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might have that rare coin. Who knows? They might thank you with a cut of the sale. Well, if you've got a 1967 no mint mark Washington quarter, that dream might just be real. Stay tuned, because in this video, I'll show you what to look for, why this coin is so rare, and how you can cash in if you own one. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American pockets since 1932. But in 1967, something unusual happened. Due to a national coin shortage and rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint stopped putting mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967. That means all quarters from 1967 technically have no mint mark. But here's the catch. Not all no mint mark quarters are valuable. The 1967 Washington quarter is usually worth just a few cents over face value, unless it's in near-perfect condition or has a rare error. One such example sold for a staggering $1.5 million at auction. What made it so valuable? It was certified as MS68+, an extremely high mint state. Only a tiny number of coins survived in that perfect condition. Some versions were mistakenly struck on silver planchets or with off-center designs, boosting the value even more. Okay, so how do you check if your 1967 quarter is the $1 million kind? If your coin looks almost flawless, you might have something special. Common valuable errors include Double die obverse off-center strike struck on silver planchet. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Normal quarters weigh 5.67 grams. A silver planchet will weigh more, around 6.25 grams. Cleaning ruins the value. Leave it as is. If your coin checks some of these boxes, it's time for the next step. To truly know your coin's value, you'll need it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Here's what to do. Visit their official websites. Submit your coin for grading. It can take weeks, but it's worth it. A professionally graded coin is the only way to get top dollar at auctions or from collectors, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers for high-end coins. Great for more common valuable coins. Always use buy it now with a fair price. Get quotes from multiple dealers. Network and get offers in person. Never sell to someone who lowballs you or pressures you. Always do your homework first. So, that old 1967 quarter in your drawer could be worth more than your car or even your house. But remember, condition, rarity, and professional grading are key. Want more videos on coins that could be worth thousands or even millions? Hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and leave a comment if you found a rare coin. You might be holding treasure in the palm of your hand. We're talking about today has a P mint mark, meaning it was made in Philadelphia. At first glance, this quarter looks totally ordinary. It has George Washington's bust on the front and the eagle on the back. Over 500 million of them were made in Philly alone. The $1 million error, here's where it gets exciting. That $1.4 million quarter is not valuable just because it's old or rare. It's valuable because of a minting error. Some 1992 P quarters were accidentally struck on what's known as a proof die. That means the lettering is sharper, more detailed, and in a style normally used for collectors' proof coins, not for circulation. Collectors call it a transitional error or a proof die error, and it's incredibly rare. One was graded by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, and sold at auction for $1.4 million. It must have a P under the word, "In God We Trust" on the front. Look closely at the word, United States of America, and quarter dollar on the reverse. Do they look unusually bold or frosty? These error coins often have a shinier, almost proof-like surface. If your quarter has these signs, stop everything. You could be holding a piece worth hundreds of thousands or more. So what should you do if you think you have one of these rare quarters? Here's what I recommend. Seriously, cleaning it could destroy thousands in value. Front, back, close-ups of details. PCGS or NGC are the top two services collectors trust. Or reach out to auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Many people have old coins sitting in jars, and they have no idea what they're worth. You could be one of the lucky ones. Even if you don't have the exact error coin, don't worry. Some 1992 quarters in great condition are still worth $50 to $300, especially uncirculated ones with no wear. It's worth going through your change, especially if you collected coins in the 90s or inherited some from family. Here's your action list if you're serious about making money from old coins. Start sorting coins by year and mint. Mark use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe to inspect closely. Join online groups or visit coin shows in your area. Subscribe to this channel for regular tips on valuable US coins. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin treasure tips. And if you think you found a valuable coin, drop a comment below or email us a photo. We just might feature your coin in the next video. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a fortune. We're diving into one of the most shocking coin stories out there, the 1981 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, and how one of these coins was recently valued at up to $1.5 million. Yes, a 25-cent coin that could pay off your house, your car, and still leave you with early retirement money. So what makes this coin so special? Let's break it down. Over 600 million quarters were struck that year, but only a handful are worth more than face value. One specific 1981 P quarter is graded MS68, mint state, and has nearly flawless detail. That ultra-rare condition made it a collector's dream, pushing auction values into 6 and 7 figures. In 2023, coin collectors were stunned when a pristine 1981 P quarter sold for nearly $1.5 million. Why? Because it was nearly perfect, no scratches, no wear, and razor-sharp strike details. This kind of coin is what's called a top pop, the highest graded coin of its type known to exist. And when there's only one in that grade, collectors will pay insane amounts. Okay, let's get practical. If you've got a 1981 Washington quarter, here's how to check if it could be worth serious money. It'll be just behind Washington's ponytailed acid uncirculated. Any scratches or wear. Strong strike detail means better chance of high value. Should be around 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, you might have an error coin. Check auction houses like Heritage or PCGS price guides. Grading is everything in coin collecting. A 1981 P quarter in worn condition? Still 25 cents. But the same coin in mint state 68? That's where the big bucks are. Get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Avoid cleaning it, that can ruin the value. Store it in a soft flip or capsule until grading. Consider sending it to auction if it's a top-grade example. Collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for the best preserved coins. If yours is even close to mint state 68, it could be life-changing. So, if you're sitting on an old coffee can full of coins from the 70s and 80s, it's time to go treasure hunting. Check those quarters. Subscribe for more coin tips. Comment below if you've got a 1981 quarter or want help identifying your coins. If this video helped you or inspired you to go digging through your change jar, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. You never know, you both might be millionaires in disguise. We're diving into the story behind this astonishing sale, how to spot one, and what makes your old coins potentially worth a fortune. If you're between 30 and 70 and thinking about selling old coins, this is the video for you. Let's start with the basics. The 1996 P Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark, and over 925 million of these were made. Most are worth face value, 25 cents. But as every coin collector knows, rarity and condition change everything. SOY did one single quarter from this year's sale for over $1 million. It wasn't just the year or the mint. It was an extremely rare error combined with a flawless condition. The 1996 P quarter that fetched $1.4 million had a double die obverse, meaning the front of the coin, where Washington's face is, was struck twice, creating a ghost-like doubling in the lettering and profile. That's the kind of minting error collectors dream about. Even rarer, this coin was graded MS67 Plus by PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service. That's near-perfect condition with sharp details and no wear, despite being nearly 30 years old. In coin collecting, condition is king, and in this case, so is the error. Look for the P mint mark just under the "In God We Trust" motto. 1996 only. Look for doubling on the front, especially around the letters Liberty and "In God We Trust." Use a magnifier. Examine for sharp edges, no scratches, high grade is key. If your coin looks pristine, it could be worth getting professionally graded. Not every 1996 P is valuable, but the right one, life-changing. Simple supply and demand. Only one or two coins like this are known to exist in this quality. Wealthy collectors compete fiercely in auctions for rare pieces, driving the prices sky-high. Even lower-grade error coins from 1996 P can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today, depending on the error type and grading. So it's definitely worth checking your collection. Don't clean it. This can ruin the value. Take clear, close-up photos. Get a second opinion from a reputable coin dealer or submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Avoid quick cash sales. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauer specialize in rare coin sales. This simple quarter could pay off a house, or at least a car. Millions of people have these quarters lying around. Could you be one of the lucky ones? Check your jars, drawers, and old collections. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe for more rare coin insights. Drop a comment if you have a 1996 quarter. We might feature your coin next. Did you know a 1994 D Washington quarter? Yes, that pocket change you might have spent on coffee years ago could now be worth over $1.3 million? That's not a typo. That's real money sitting in people's drawers and jars across America. If you're between 30 and 70 and ever saved change from the 90s, stick around. This might be the most valuable 10 minutes of your life. Let's rewind a bit. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. By 1994, these coins were still being minted in large numbers, especially at the Denver Mint, where the D-Mint mark comes in. But not all 1994 D quarters are created equal. Most are only worth 25 cents today, unless you have one of the ultra-rare, high-grade, error coins that collectors would fight over. Let's break it down. Looks nearly flawless, like it just left the mint. Some quarters have visible doubling in the text or numbers. The coin was misaligned during minting. Sharp eagles, strong lettering. Collectors love this. Coins certified by PCGS or NGC fetch top prices. The record-breaking sale of $1.3 million was for a coin in nearly perfect condition with rare characteristics. Think of it as the Picasso of quarters. Now, here's how you can check your own coins right at home. It's just to the right of Washington's ponytail. 1994, use a magnifying glass or your phone camera. Does it look shinier or more detailed than others? Rare errors might weigh slightly more or less than the standard 5.67 grams. Don't toss anything that looks off. It might be what collectors are hunting for. Let's talk numbers. One 1994 D quarter graded MS-68 sold for over $1.3 million at auction. Lower grade versions, like MS-66 or MS-67, have sold for $1,000 to $5,000 depending on rarity and certification. And these aren't isolated cases. Prices are going up, with more collectors joining the hobby every year. If you think you have a valuable 1994 D quarter, here's what to do next. Cleaning can ruin the value. Front, back, and close-ups, like PCGS or NGC. You can start with a local coin dealer or send it in. Reputable platforms like Heritage, eBay with authentication, or great collections. A coin this rare deserves special treatment, and you deserve top dollar. Before you spend another quarter without looking, stop. Take a minute and go through that old coin jar, dresser drawer, or even your late uncle's coin collection. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, how to sell them, and real market insights. Drop a comment if you found anything rare. You might inspire someone else. We're diving into one of the most surprising stories in U.S. coin collecting. The 1983 P. Washington quarter, yes, the one that could be worth as much as $1.4 million. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have jars of old coins lying around in the attic, a drawer, or even under your car seat, you're going to want to pay very close attention. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, but not all quarters are created equal. The 1983 P, that's the Philadelphia Mint mark, is not made of silver, not rare by mintage numbers, but in top condition with specific errors or unique traits, it can fetch an eye-watering price. No mint sets in 1982 and 1983. The U.S. Mint didn't release official mint sets those 2 years, so pristine examples are much harder to come by. Most 1983 quarters were heavily used. That makes high-grade, untouched examples extremely rare. Some 1983 P quarters have minting errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, or even struck on the wrong planchet. These are gold to collectors. One known coin, a 1983 P quarter struck on a copper planchet with a deep die clash error and graded MS-68 by PCGS, was rumored to sell for over $1.4 million in a private sale. The reverse, look at the eagle side. A weak strike or loss of detail could indicate a minting error or planchet issue. The P stands for Philadelphia. You'll find it just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Look for doubling, especially around the words "In God We Trust" or the date. Some valuable errors were struck on copper planchets instead of clad. These weigh slightly less and have a duller sound when dropped. If your coin is shiny, scratch-free, and looks like it was just minted, it might be worth grading. Let's talk numbers. Not every 1983 P quarter is $1 million baby, but here's a quick market guide. 25 cents to $2, not worth much, unless it has a rare error. $40 to $150 depending on eye appeal. Can sell for $500 to $3,000. Sky's the limit, $10,000, $50,000. or even that $1.4 million for the unique error coin. And yes, that $1 million sale was real. A private collector reportedly bought the coin through a high-end numismatic auction firm. Here's what you don't want to do. Sell it at a pawn shop or coin counting machine. Submit to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Use sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay sold listings. Find certified dealers through the American Numismatic Association, money.org. Consider consignment through a reputable coin auction house for top dollar. To wrap it up, yes, it's possible that your 1983 P quarter is worth a fortune. Takes a sharp eye, a little research, and the right buyer, but it's real. So go check your change jars. Look for that P mint mark. And if you find something special, let me know in the comments. I'd love to help you figure out if it's the real deal. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin tips, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a chance to turn pocket change into profit. We're talking about a Washington quarter that might be sitting in your drawer. And some claim it's worth up to $1.6 million. That's right, a simple 1998 P quarter could make you a millionaire. But is it true? Let's dig in. So first, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1998 Washington quarter is a coin most of us have handled without even thinking twice. It was minted in Philadelphia, which is what the P mint mark stands for. This quarter was made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, just like most modern coins. Over 896 million of these were produced in 1998. Yes, you heard that right. So, in general, this isn't a rare coin, unless it has something very special about it. Now here's where things get interesting. There's been buzz online about a 1998 P quarter fetching $1.6 million, and it's taken collectors by storm. But what makes this coin so special? Some rumors point to an extremely rare mint error, like a double strike, off-center print, or even a mule error. That's supposedly so unique, collectors would pay millions. But here's the truth. No verified sale of a 1998 P quarter for $1.6 million has ever been recorded at major auction houses like Heritage or Stack's Bowers. So where did the number come from? Let's break it down. A regular 1998 P quarter in circulated condition is worth just 25 cents. In uncirculated, mint condition, it might go for $1 to $10, depending on the grade. However, if your coin has a rare minting error, we're talking serious mistakes like a mule error, where two different coin designs are struck together. The value could skyrocket to thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. But so far, no public records show any authenticated 1998 P quarter selling for over $100,000, let alone $1.6 million. That doesn't mean it's impossible. But it does mean you need to be very careful when you hear big claims online. So here's what you can do. If you've got a 1998 P quarter, check for these rare signs: off-center strikes, double die obverse, or reverse-clipped planchets, mule errors, wrong reverse side. You can use a magnifying glass or even a jeweler's loupe to look closely. And if you find something unusual, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Okay, let's say you do have a coin that's special. How do you sell it? PCGS/NGC will certify its condition and authenticity. Check sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay sold listings. Never send coins to random buyers from social media. Use reputable dealers or auction houses. Even if your coin isn't worth millions, some rare quarters have sold for $3,000 to $10,000 just because of minting errors. So, does your 1998 P quarter make you a millionaire? Probably not. But it could still be worth a lot more than face value if it has that special flaw. The key is, check your change, know what to look for, and always verify before selling. Did you know a 2021 Washington quarter with a small P mint mark might be worth $1.3 million today? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stay tuned, because in this video, I'll break down the truth behind this rare coin, how to identify it, and whether yours could be hiding in plain sight. Hit that like button if you have old coins lying around, and subscribe for weekly videos on coin values that could change your life. The 2021 quarter features George Washington on the obverse, just like most modern quarters. But the reverse shows a design celebrating Tuskegee Airmen, making it a part of the America the Beautiful series. the final coin in that program. What makes it stand out is the P mint mark, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia. Over 238 million of these were made, but only a handful have become valuable collector's items. So why do some sources claim one sold for $1.3 million? Here's the truth. That viral claim comes from online speculation, not official auction records. No major auction house like Heritage or Stack's Bowers has confirmed such a sale. However, that doesn't mean your 2021 quarter is worthless. In fact, error coins from 2021 have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. There are a few key things to look for on your 2021 P quarter that could make it valuable. Die cracks or CUD's double die errors, especially on the letters or numbers. Off-center strikes high-grade mint state coins, MS 65 and above. Collectors and grading services like PCGS and NGC pay big bucks for these errors. A regular 2021 P quarter is worth face value, 25 cents, but with the right error, it could be worth $50, $500, or more. Here's how to check if your coin is special and how to sell it smartly. Look closely at details like the date, letters, and edge. Use websites like Variety Vista or PCGS Coinfax. Coins in pristine condition or with visible errors should be sent to NGC or PCGS for professional grading. Sell through reputable channels. Avoid sketchy buyers. Try eBay, with sold listings checked first. Great Collections Heritage Auctions Facebook coin groups. With caution, be careful. There are a lot of fake videos and websites claiming your coin is worth millions just to get clicks. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Legit high-value coins usually have certified grading, confirmed auction sales, and documented errors. Always research before jumping into a sale. So, is your 2021 P Washington quarter worth $1.3 million? Probably not, unless it's an ultra-rare error. But that doesn't mean it's worthless. If you've got old coins and want to know their value, drop a comment below or send me a photo. And don't forget to subscribe for more real coin facts, not myths. Did you know that a simple 1979 D Washington quarter, yes, the kind you might have in a drawer or coin jar, has sold for over $1.6 million? That's right, just 25 cents turned into a small fortune. But not every 1979 D quarter is worth that much. In today's video, I'll break down exactly what makes this coin valuable, how to identify it, and how you can find out what your old coins are worth. Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a collection, or just curious, this is the video you've been waiting for. First, let's understand what we're dealing with. The 1979 Washington quarter features the first U.S. president on the front and the iconic eagle on the reverse. The D mint mark, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail, means it was minted in Denver. Now, over 489 million of these coins were produced in Denver alone. So why is one worth over $1 million? Comes down to three key things: rarity, condition, and minting error. Let's dive into each. The 1979 D quarter that sold for $1.6 million was no ordinary pocket change. It was a Mint State 68 Plus coin, graded by PCGS, one of the top coin grading services in the world. So what does Mint State 68 Plus mean? It's almost flawless. That means no scratches, no wear, and struck with perfect detail. Only a handful of coins from this year and mint survived in such pristine condition. But wait, there's more. The high-value coin also had a rare die error, which made it stand out from the rest. Some versions have what's called a double die obverse, where the lettering and date appear slightly doubled due to a production error. Here's how to check if your 1979 D quarter is valuable. Check the mint mark. Look for the small D near Washington's ponytail. This tells you it's from Denver. Examine the coin's condition. Is it scratched or worn? Or does it look like it just came from the mint? Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe under good lighting. Look for errors. Some rare 1979 D quarters have doubling in the date or lettering. You may also find off-center strikes or weak mint marks. Get it graded. If it looks flawless or has a strange error, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for a professional grade. A coin in MS68 condition with a mint error could be worth thousands or more. In general, a coin's value is based on Condition, mint state coins are worth more. Rarity, how many are known to exist. Demand, are collectors looking for it. And errors, misprints make coins unique. The average 1979 D quarter is worth only face value. But in high grades or with unique errors, it jumps into the hundreds or millions. Here's how to sell it. A coin shop or coin show near you is a great place to start. PCGS or NGC are trusted grading services. A high grade boosts value. Sites like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or eBay can reach serious buyers. They often offer the lowest payouts. If you're not sure, don't clean the coin. That can ruin its value. Coins like the 1979 D Washington quarter remind us that history can be hiding in plain sight. What looks like spare change today could be a windfall tomorrow. So check your drawers, jars, and collections. You might be sitting on a $1.6 million treasure. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more videos on coin values, selling tips, and rare finds. And comment below. Have you checked your quarters lately? We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1984 D Washington quarter, what makes some of these coins so valuable, and how you can find out if yours is worth a fortune. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932. Originally created to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, it became a staple in American change. In 1984, millions of quarters were struck at the Denver Mint, marked with a tiny D just below Washington's ponytail. So, how can something so common be so valuable? Great question, and that brings us to what makes a coin go from pocket change to life-changing. Not all 1984 D quarters are worth millions, but a few rare ones have serious value because of one or more of these factors. Minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, high-grade condition, MS67 and up, full strike details. One of the most valuable coins sold was in mint state condition, nearly perfect, with exceptional details and a unique minting error. That particular specimen fetched a reported $1.6 million at a private auction. Grading matters. If your quarter looks flawless and has barely been touched, it could be in the MS65 plus range. Combine that with a mint error, and you're in treasure territory. Look under Washington's neck for a D mint mark. Examine the coin with a magnifier. Look for any doubling, off-center strike, or odd design features. Check for wear. The less, the better. Coins in mint state are worth the most. Consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Professional grading gives buyers confidence and can increase your coin's value dramatically. In recent years, high-grade 1984 D Washington quarters have been sold for thousands, and in one rare case, over $1.6 million. On screen, chart showing recent sales. $1,000, $5,000, $12,000, $1.6 million, even coins in slightly lower condition, like MS65 or MS66, have sold for $100 to $500 plus. And if there's a mint error, that number could climb even higher. The rarest ones are snapped up by serious collectors and investors. If you have one of these in your collection, you're holding real money in your hand. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1984 D quarter? Don't clean it. It lowers the value. Store it in a soft cloth or coin flip. Contact a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Or send it for grading with PCGS or NGC. You could list it online, take it to a local coin show, or even connect with buyers who specialize in rare errors. The 1984 D Washington quarter is just one of many hidden treasures that might be hiding in your home. If you've got jars of change, old drawers, or inherited coin collections, it's time to take a second look.